Hello, everyone. This is Zami Eccles-Erwin from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Assistant Director of the Austin After Dark Film Festival. Right now, we are gearing up for our Summer 2023 screening, which is going to take place on August 6th at the Austin Film Society Cinema. And today we are talking with one of our participating filmmakers. Ken Doe is the creator behind Jheff Wick. Ken, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me today.
So, Jheff Wick is an incredible movie. It's so much fun. It's impossible not to love. And it's 5 minutes. It like packs a punch so quick. Really quick, can you tell us what you did in the movie, all your roles?
Um, oh man, there's a lot, but I gotta say before that, so many different people like my friends and our coworkers, they hopped into positions to help me out. But I think the most difficult part for me was running from being the camera guy, um, directing the fighting and the choreography and the action, running to lighting. So many things to worry about. So yeah.
That's a lot. That's like multiple positions, moving between stuff, being like, all right. Well, how did you handle that? Well, first let's just talk about what inspired you to make this film. You have an interesting career. What was your inspiration to make this?
It's actually kind of crazy because I just wanted to sharpen my craft. I really love filming things, and I didn't know that I'd end up going into this directing kind of path. But the idea was just to get together with a couple friends and throw down some beats, captured on camera, and
Totally.
yeah, it started off as 5 beats, and then my friend Osric Chow, he offered this location that used to be his restaurant, and he's like, "Yeah, do you want to go check it out? Maybe hop in there, see which areas of the place you'd like to use." And I was like, "Yeah, sounds great." We went there, started throwing down some ideas, and then next thing we were traveling from one area to the next area to the next area, and 5 beats turned to like 100 something.
Right. That's awesome. Well, it's cool to see how the thing blossomed. And what is your background in film?
My background in film is through stunt performing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
And
started with that.
And do you have a history of directing, or is this your debut?
I guess this would be my debut.
Okay,
We just shooting things with friends is as far as it went before.
cool. Well, so now tell me, what was that onset process like? It sounds like you were running between a lot of different positions. How was that?
It was crazy, to say the least. Like I remember getting there on the day we shot for 2 days. On the first day was the probably the bulk of our action, and then the second day it would kind of wind down a bit. And I remember getting there. I was running a bit behind, printing the shot list and stuff like that. And I came in there and I greeted everybody, and I was like, "Hey guys, um, you got 50 shots to get through today." And they kind of laughed and like, "Oh, good one," because we thought we were just gonna like shoot the action and had all this like stuff, and
Right.
it turned into like a crazy bunch of shots. And yeah, went through it bit by bit. I think the most important thing for me was safety.
Okay.
um, we we got there, prepped everything, and then we started rehearsing right away. The actor Owen Chow, he's just getting into more fighting stuff, stunt stuff. His background is wushu.
Okay.
um, and yeah, went through rehearsal again and again just so we can get everything tight and keep everybody safe. And I think it was crazy because my brother, who's also a stunt performer, um, the location didn't quite work out for certain shots I had planned because stuff in your head doesn't really match what
Right.
happens in
Totally.
reality. And between filming takes, him and I would bang out beats and kind of figure out new beats as we went, and then we teach it to Owen. So that was the crazy process.
Wow. Well, I'd love to see how things can develop on set and how you can kind of not quite improvise, but can generate stuff while you're there and can augment the script a little bit. That's very cool. Um, I wanted to mention the camera work. I really loved the camera work. I thought it was very cool and it lent itself well to emphasizing the action. There seems to be a lot of different schools of thought and a lot of different philosophies with shooting
Mhm.
action. Can you comment at all about your choices for the camera?
um, For cameras for filming, for me, I guess, what I look at first is probably being able to see everything,
Okay, totally.
um, and how we can shoot things in a safe way. And I think we were able to come up with a pretty good balance. Plus, the performers we had that day were amazing. So it made my job pretty easy just to follow along. I think a lot of times I'd be filming, I'd be like, "Oh my god, cut! Sorry, I think I messed up," because they got their stuff down and I got yeah.
Well,
So
I love that. It almost seems like in the context of fight scenes, the performers are choreographized, right? But it seems
mhm.
like the cameraman is kind of a part of that choreography too. There's a little bit of a dance to capture
Yeah,
things to pan over, and it seems to be, a participating member in that action, which is kind of cool and something that I really liked from Jheff Wick. Um, I'm curious. This is kind of a broad question. It can apply to your experience in total with stunt work, but if you come from a martial arts background, what's the process like of translating that into film where there's no actual hits? You have to, pull your punches. You have to work on
mm.
safety in maybe a different way. What is that process, that translation like?
It's actually quite interesting because obviously when we train for martial arts, you train to hit the person,
Right.
um, but it's kind of like doing a form. It's almost like I'd equate it more to dance than
Okay.
anything. Um, People who come from a dance background actually have been the best dance partners, honestly. Uh,
Okay.
it's all about the lines and how you line things up with the camera. Like you said, it's an intricate dance between performers and camera.
Right.
The thing that's really hard to nail, I think, is if the camera's in a certain position, you gotta kind of compensate for that, and everybody kind of has
Mm,
to agree on where this punch is going, where this kick is going, to make things look nice and make everybody else look good. Um, the process is interesting.
totally. Well, that's very interesting. That's great insight too, because a layman wouldn't quite know. And I think it's very fascinating to think about the string that runs from the camera to the performers in this case, and there is
Mhm.
this maybe a greater collaboration. What was it like working with the cast that you did and crew that you did? What was that onset dynamic like? Was it fun? Was it stressful?
Um, don't work with your friends. I'm just joking. It was awesome. I think
Okay.
the thing that helped the most was everybody was very collaborative. Going also, they're donating their time, donating their energy and creativity. Coming on there with an open mind, everybody's very collaborative. Keeping making sure that everybody's ideas come out and yeah, yeah, it was really good.
Well, that's
It was a
awesome.
good time.
That's fantastic, and it looks like fun, and the audience has a fun time with this one. So I feel like you can tell when someone had a great time on set, the movie just radiates
Totally.
this kind of energy. Um, so this is your directorial debut. You've been working in stunts. What did you take away from this process? What did you learn? What kind of new insights do you have on the craft of filmmaking?
Honestly, the thing I took away the most is probably preparation
Okay,
um, before the shoot day, like rehearsing, choreographing things. Um, Lighting was a big one, and just having an open mind because you never know what's going to go wrong. Um, Things are always moving and changing on set. The size of the camera matters too. Performers in the space compared to like just walking through with the camera alone. So yeah, I think preparation and keeping an open mind because one thing that I might not see, somebody else will see, and they'll be like, "Hey,
mm,
Ken, I think this might be better," and just having an open mind enough to be like, "Oh no, you're right. Let's try it this way."
totally. Well, you touch on some really important stuff that's I think particularly important for independent filmmaking, which is
Mhm.
try to pre-produce as much as you can so that you're not
Yeah.
blindsided, and then when something inevitably changes or you have to make a thing, really work on that collaboration, which is kind of the beauty of cinema in general, but it seems to really matter a lot in independent film
Mhm.
when people are wearing lots of different hats. So Ken, what is next for you? Do we have some more shorts in the works? What's going on?
It's quite new for me, so uh, starting to try to study up, write.
Okay.
Um, I have a producing partner, my brother. His name's Johnson, and actually my wife Megan. She's also a stunt performer. She just came back from the states,
Oh, that's
and
so cool.
yeah, yeah, she went over there for Rebel Moon,
Okay.
And so now we're just trying to write things, and so far start practicing more action things. I want to get really sharp at that, and then work on storytelling.
That's awesome. So you've got the bug to write and direct more.
Hmm.
Okay, and you've got your team kind of assembled. That's got to be a great feeling. It seems like you have a good momentum in that venture.
Yeah, just got to keep it going, I guess.
Totally. Well, awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add about Jheff Wick?
um, I think just enjoy it for what it is. Things that maybe have plot holes. um, I think it's a fun piece, and the ending is kind of crazy for what happens in the thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah.
Totally. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Ken. I know people are going to love Jheff Wick on August 6th at the Atlanta or at the Austin After Dark Film Festival. It's like less than 6 minutes, but it's just jam packed with incredible action. There's no way anyone's going to walk away from that being anything other than like, damn, that was awesome.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate
So,
it.
yeah, thank you. Take care. And I hope to see more from you very soon.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Okay, bye.